Hey YouTube, this is Rex City, I'm Paul.
I'm Nikki.
And this is Trigun Stampede episode 8. Woo. So, last time we just left off with the finally finishing the whole about to ram into the orphanage saga.
Yes, they saved it.
So, I guess we got to see a new arc of sorts. It's only been a couple episodes, but dealing with a new issue, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. And also, we see Livio gets recaptured to reused and recycled because he's a little damaged at the moment. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably fine.
Just a little bit. Yeah, the amount of work they did on him. Yeah, he's probably not even there much
to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you expect them to go into next? What are they going to tackle? They've been having this theme of dealing with people from the past.
Maybe we can meet the people from the orphanage because we're right by there.
I was going to say we're heading there because technically he's just a couple months old.
Maybe a year or two at this point.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if anything happens with that, or if we just continue heading towards July City.
That is the big city that we've been heading to. Yeah, I hope we get to see it soon too.
Yeah, because they keep talking about it.
Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, well guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, like your time here, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Remember, you can check the Patreon out down below if you want to see the uncut version of this or anything else that we do. Remember to stick around for the discussion.
I just remembered something we forgot.
Write down.
No, it's gonna come up.
A year.
Oh, he's more plant than Vash?
Alright. She was mom.
Okay. Wow. Oh, he was blushing there. What happened?
So Knives is a bit more disconnected from humanity, I guess.
Yes. And he doesn't like eating human food, I guess?
Well, they said he doesn't have to eat like Vash.
Like Vash.
Vash has to eat.
Right. Yeah, and look at their complexions. He's a lot more pale. And Vash looks more human. What? You disagree?
Well, it's just the way it sounded. Like, people exist. Gingers have souls.
I just got it what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. Looking for a 9.
They don't look much older, so it happened pretty soon.
Yeah. Oh, he gave the program access code? Oh, that's what he meant. He just walks forever? He's grown. Oh, no, it's the same. He looks taller. Uh-oh.
He's all burnt.
Is that Rem?
No,
or is this a random person? Random. Oh, people did already live here.
Did they? Maybe survivors. Yeah, they're survivors.
Oh, so she gave birth?
From a plant, at least.
I mean, the mom Rem gave birth to them?
No, the plant gave birth.
Sinners?
Ship 5.
Oh, I guess they can't normally talk? Wow.
The ship crashed.
There's a chance.
Gravity plant. Like we did.
Oh.
Ooh. Luida. Ship 3. So she is from one of the ships that just survived. Produce.
What's your specialty?
Yeah. Being human. He can't make anything. Oh, he's in like a lockdown facility.
レムは墜落を阻止しようと最後まで船にとどまったそうだよ。生存者が証言した。
Oh.
いつまであのガキを
What do you mean? You just gonna kill a kid?
こういうのは食べるか食べないかじゃないから。
That's what Rem
保
said.
管管の後から見つかった。大事にされてたんだね。自分を信じて。あなたにしかできないことが必ずある。
It literally looks like a person.
It is.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wow, they just keep him in there.
He not even. Like, why though? They haven't given like a reason to keep him in here.
あいつを生かしてても無駄だ。本人の言う通り、プラントとしての能力はない。
Oh, they don't even
聞
see
い
them
てん
as
のか、リーダー。
people, even when they're people. Like,
もう少しで
Yeah, like he could do stuff.
来た。
バスネプラントだ。
oh, there's city plants.
花が開いてる。
It's blooming.
何これ。バイタルむちゃくちゃ。プラントに何かあったんじゃないの。なんで知ってるの。
どうせ偶然聞いたんだろ。
悪いけど今取り込み中なの。急いで戻らないと。聞こえるんだ声が。プラントが助けを求めてる。
ルイダー。
Might as well try.
さっきの復元映像の声聞いてたでしょ。
あ、
レムのことはよく知らないけど。
おいおい。
レムが信じてこの子を信じる。
Dramatic slap. Please be okay. Please be okay. Please be okay. Please be okay.
So they're like regenerators for them or something.
They have no problem using these people as batteries. Maybe this is.
おかげで大勢が救われた。ここはあなたの部屋。今日からあなたは正式にここ3番館の住民だよ。今までひどい扱いをして本当にごめんなさい。
It's in bed.
ありがとうルイーダ。ブラドにも言ってあげて。私一人じゃみんなのことができなかったから。ブラドが。
おい、言うの。
がいいやつ買ったら他のプラントも見てもらえない？
Oh, tell them which ones need help.
Be in awe.
Do it now. Oh, he's older. Oh, there he's out and stuff. Oh.
Alright, doing well.
Oh, they're fixing other plants. Yeah. Give him real clothes. What are you people doing? Because they still ostracize him. Look at them. Look at he's like faking a smile.
さすがに疲れたか。
まあね。
今年に入ってもう5件だからな。
ありがとうブラド。わざわざ付き合ってくれて。
だからお前を金作るためだって言ってんだろ。任務だ任務。飲んどけ。帰りも長いぞ。
ブラド優しいね。
He looks good.
じゃじゃーん。
Oh,
Oh, the jacket.
3番館のみんなからだよ。
From everyone.
おい。
clothing.
Color.
帰らないように。
Because they're hard to get.
綺麗な赤だね。
派手すぎた？
好きだよ赤。レムもそうだった。赤いゼラニウムの花をたくさん育てて。
Uranium.
ゼラニウム？前から思ってたんだ。3番館なんて名前味気ないって。だから今日から。名
Oh.
前はホーム。
Okay.
Ah,
私たちみんなのうちね。
I know something bad is good. Yeah, I know. I'm feeling it happen.
gets knives.
Oh, it's too tiny.
まだ少し大きいや。
Gotta roll it up.
ホームか。
それ
The black box, yes.
修復できなかったんで
They
す
gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
でも5年も経ちゃいろいろ変わる。技術も俺の
He's
腕も
improved.
やったぞ。
Oh, great. Don't do that.
Voice recordings.
Oh, it
Oh,
sounds like
no.
Vash.
ましてそんな嘘を
Oh.
仲間だからに決まってる。
Oh.
人形を仲間だなんて思ってなかったんだ。
Just explained.
俺たちはずっと裏切ってたんだよ。
Oh, so he has to come back.
聞かれてたのね
仲間のインディペンデンスにつながる手がかりがあるはずだ。
みんなを僕は家族だと思ってる。だから嘘をつき続けるのは
Oh, he took the one that showed at 9.
本当にごめん。どんなに忘れたくても過去からは逃れられない。
俺が償いになると信じて
Okay.
急いで追いかけないと
I have all of the worry.
Yeah.
When does the unlock start?
So the code is still there.
Yeah. He senses something.
Oh, he's back.
助けてくれたのか。
Oh.
Oh, something happened?
I guess something's about to happen.
Spoilers.
Right? The show spoiled itself. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, wow. They're all dead. And there's knives.
It's people.
Is that a doctor on the
ない。
Oh.
Discussion.
Discussion.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
What do you got to say about that?
I'm just wondering what Nye produces.
Yeah.
Because we know Vash doesn't produce anything.
Yeah. But Nye's more plant than Vash, we're guessing. Because of the way Nye talks about, oh, I don't have to eat like
Yeah.
Vash does. Which means he's probably closer as an independent, we learned.
And I'm also wondering if, after we saw him on that semi-food strike, I'm wondering if, when he says that, he doesn't mean that Vash actually has to eat. Vash, like, maybe eats because he wants to eat to be human-like. Maybe that's what he meant.
That might be.
Maybe. I'm just wondering because of the way he said it. He said, I don't have to eat like Vash.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would think either way that Vash maybe still doesn't need as much as a regular person does.
Yeah, that's why he could have done without the food for so
Probably.
long. And not die of dehydration.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that Nye or Vash probably produce anything. I think that maybe the trade-off is that they're human-like and can walk around, and they have a special ability to interact with plants and heal them through some kind of communication. Which is odd, but
Well, one of them heals them, it seems.
Yes.
I don't know what Knives does.
yeah, maybe Knives doesn't heal, maybe he can drain
Like,
them.
Suck stuff up, yeah.
all of your energy is mine.
So here's my thing. Remember we were talking about how we were wondering if there's this big turnaround at the end. You know, Nye's real motive is not evil.
Yeah.
It totally looks like that right now. Like these humans basically look down on these plant people
Yeah.
And
as
enslave
even
them.
existing. Like want to just kill a child version for nothing.
Dispose of him.
Just dispose of him.
Yeah.
It just shows that I think Nye's plan was to maybe free his plant brethren from this slavery. Like just killing all the humans because there are humans on board.
Yeah.
Killing everybody.
But he brought down the plants with him. So I wonder
Yeah.
if he's like, give me liberty or give me death. Death? Okay.
Yeah. Or what if Nye knows a way to, like, once he gets rid of the humans, he can regenerate the plants. Maybe that's why he's collecting the plants. Bring them back. And make them the new race.
Well, if we combine that with all the experimentation that the doctor has been doing, combined with all the red plants, I'm wondering if they're trying to recreate another independent like them. Like he's trying to make it so that they can be a race. Because everything from what we know about these guys is that the independences are rare to begin with.
Yeah, to be born.
To even be able to speak is a huge leap for their intelligence, apparently. So the reason there's a degree of separation between humans and plants because the plants are, A, they're plants, they're not human-like, but B, they don't act like anything sentient, I guess. In their experience, they don't even speak, they don't respond to questions. So now I'm thinking that it's something like that. He's willing to burn through his own plants if it means creating a new one. Independent.
Yeah.
Sounds
Indeed.
plausible.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, I do think it could just be liberty or death kind of thing, because at the end of the day, they're not treating them as partners of their society. They're not treating them as equals. They're treating them as something terrible.
Yeah. So how did Vash become the complete opposite of wanting happiness and life for everybody? Do you think it's because of this girl that saved her, or saved him, sorry? The girl that saved him to, like, make him feel that he was worth living, worth saving, worth helping. Like, that he wants to do that for everybody. His nature that he has developed. Is what I'm trying to say.
You're asking if Rem had to do with that.
Not Rem, the Luida?
Luida.
Yeah,
Well,
has to do with that.
I do think it goes back further to Rem, because Nye, I get the feeling he's always had this sense of
Superiority?
injustice towards the humans, and despite himself, Rem was so doting and motherly that he did enjoy her company and he liked her. I'm guessing that along the way, something we didn't see, something occurred. Maybe he heard the way they were talking about plants, or he saw something happen that pushed him over the edge. But I think all the way back then, Vash was just always able to look at the better side of things, and he wanted to be of use to people. Because even as an adult, we see that. He wants to be of use to people, even if it's a detriment to himself.
Yeah.
And he makes promises he can't keep because he's a people pleaser.
Yes.
So, I think that's just where they diverged.
But yeah, let's go back to the top and what happened. So the reason Vash was an accomplice was because he gave him the program access code.
Yeah.
Now, why would he have it and Nine not?
I'm wondering if maybe Vash is naturally, technically intelligent.
Oh.
So he figured it out on his own.
I almost thought of he hung around Rem more, because Rem was their guardian, right? And maybe Rem was like, you do with little kids, like, don't tell anybody. It's this. So he just happened to have the code and something like that happened.
Could be that. Or maybe he just hung around more people in general.
And yeah,
Nye does not seem sociable.
No.
No, but at the same time, if Nye is willing to kill everybody on this ship, I'd be surprised if he wasn't willing to put on a mask till he got to that point. So I'm kind of leaning towards the technical thing that you said, because then it would explain why Nye still wants to bring him over to his side. Because maybe these plants are dead and he can't revive them.
He only needs Vash.
Like, it needs Vash to bring him back.
Yeah. That's a good point.
All of the theories.
I wonder if Vash knows Nye's ultimate plan. Like, do you think Nye maybe one night, as kids do, was telling his plan to Vash, and Vash was like, you can't do that. It's like, you're gonna be like that, fine, I'll cut you out of my plan, kind of thing. Nye kind of like opening up to him, and then he says, something like that. So he maybe knows his plan in a way, or do you think he kept it all to himself?
If I was to guess, he's going to tell him right here the ultimate plan. And way back when, he may have hinted towards his dissatisfaction, but I don't think you've gotten into the weeds of it back then. Because otherwise, I feel like he would have done something more to make sure that the ship that survived didn't. Which tells me that he was still putting together what he's trying to do. Because years passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so they were 1 year old, and they were still able to walk around and talk.
Were they 1 year old, or was it that
Just
they've been with them for 1 year?
I suppose that's possible. I just thought that they must have been birthed on the ship if Rem considered them her kids, but it's possible she adopted them somewhere else.
The thing that I don't understand is, yes, she raised them, but she also said when she was saying goodbye, I'm so glad to have met you. As in a way, like, she bumped into them. It was like, oh, I guess I'll raise you now, kind of thing.
This is mine.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a translation thing, or it's, something important.
That's true, but I mean, I feel like sometimes parents talk about their, like, obviously in a morbid way, like when their kids pass away, they're glad they met their kid, you know, like meet their personality kind of thing. But if it was an adopted kind of situation, like I don't think she literally birthed them.
Yeah.
So
I
it has to have been
agree.
an adopted situation.
I agree
but-
about that. Yeah. Because
but-
she's a human. She's a human, right?
Yeah.
She's also,
As far as we know.
I saw on the little screen that they had, she's a plant researcher.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Which would have explained her coming across a rare phenomenon. And then taking them under her wing. Yeah.
And she was literally raising flowers, geraniums,
Yeah.
all of the plants.
So it's kind of interesting to see this high technocratic society where they figured out how to turn plants into specialized, I don't know, industrial parts. Like some plants made amino acids, some did electricity, some did oxygen conversion. Very interesting.
Yes. So I wonder if it has something to do with just like the advancement of technology. They were able to make these beings, but the beings started developing intelligence. So like when you end up with the evolution ended up with the independence being a thing. Rare, but it happened. And independence they're getting closer to being like human. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking Vash is saying he can hear them crying. So they have, you know, sentience. It's just they don't show it, they don't display it, but they are alive and more than just a plant.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they made them, it probably just developed to this level, or something else is gonna happen. Somebody down the line made some experiments on a human and made this race.
I was thinking maybe it's like the planet are people like Vash and Nye, but they also had the ability to produce stuff naturally. So they cloned them, and then they like maybe stopped their development somewhere along the way, and they become that plant-looking thing, and then they clone all of them because they get cloned from the originals.
Right.
Yeah, the cloning thing was a weird line. So they figure out what they can do, then they just mass produce them via cloning. And it would explain Brad's suspicion and the way he was talking about, yeah, they're not on the side of us humans. Like, there's a level of hostility there. Like, what if this is another group that they encountered?
And I'm also thinking, like, they're normally cloned, but then the independence come when one of them rarely gives birth. So it's like I'm trying to think, like, if they were like a race that originated, like they must have been just being human beings and like, I'm gonna own this, and like, because you were saying the idea of maybe they stopped the development along there after cloning, so that they could kind of like, I think of it like a banana tree that you can't grow a banana tree, you can only clone it, you know, something like that. So it's kind of been, what is it, bred into a way that it cannot reproduce on its own, but then you have the random situation where you might have one actually have a descendant, have its own child, offspring.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense because when they first went down to that one plant that started to open up, she was like, it's blooming? And they're like, oh no, it's going to die. I'm wondering if the plants, when they bloom, the next step is death. And the thing is about plants is usually when they create more plants, it's after they bloom. So maybe that's where they kind of mess with them. Like as soon as they bloom, they die kind of thing.
Yeah, that's probably built into the however you program them. Yeah, that's a good point.
Which would, if I was Nye and that was my people, I'd be very upset.
Yes. When you think about real plants, I think it is real. Like once there's certain flowers, when they're closed and they live forever for a long time, then once they open, that's when they start to die. Once they open and they give off the pollen things to reproduce, and then they die. They literally just die. So it could be just that was their nature, and that because they're, you know, enclosed in this thing, they can't actually give off their thing and reproduce like they would in their natural setting.
Yeah.
I really think Nai's gonna have a point. It's gonna be like, just like you said in the podcast, I had a point though. He had a point though.
So we see Vash find a home, Vash run away from home, Vash find Nye somehow.
He sensed him.
Yeah.
He looked over and he sensed him.
And also, it seems like Nye already has a posse.
He has a posse.
He had like 3 other people with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that about?
I'm guessing the doctor.
Yeah.
Don't know who the other two could be because I don't think the kid is there yet.
Bomber. No, he definitely
He
not.
came in later.
Yeah.
I think I don't think the doctor might. Maybe I'm
just
not
guessing.
sure because the doctor seems old, but not that old.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be extremely old. I'm just saying that because I saw some weird looking glasses and maybe a mustache. I only saw him for a split second.
I saw nothing.
Me neither.
Everybody
I was
looked
just
like their
looking.
faces were covered.
Yeah, I was just looking at the figure in the middle. It's like that's nice.
Yeah, I could have just been projecting that stuff out. I don't know. I just for a split second I saw something and it's like,
I
he's
didn't
a
get a
doctor.
good enough look at him.
So do you think one last thing about one of you guys referred to it? Vash or Vash and I were supposed to be like regenerators.
Oh yeah, I said that.
Yeah. So maybe that's why Vash can just like talk to them and be like,
I don't know what you're trying to say, but I think I agree.
Yeah, like maybe their specialization was that they could communicate.
But specifically, their function is
Their
to
function.
be for other plants.
Yeah,
Yes.
like diplomats or something between
Yeah.
the two worlds.
and perhaps it was like a secret thing. Maybe they never told them, you know, that this is going to be your job. They're kids, so they're like, you're going to grow up to be regenerators for the entire plant species.
Yeah, it also could fall on Rem. Is that Rem was like slowly bringing them into this world that okay, this is what you're supposed to do, but she treated them for
More as children.
yeah, the maternal routes.
Yeah, she wanted them to just enjoy their life.
And so we just don't know because she never told them.
Maybe.
Also, the situation where Vash hears them hearing the thing, hearing the black box, it was just like, and they ended up forgiving him immediately.
Yeah.
Like once they go and see his note, it's like, it's just like, I just want to say that.
I'm so happy that they immediately figured it out. Like,
Yes.
I hated when the characters
Yes.
explain.
Yeah.
Friggin' code geass. I'll never forget that. People are explaining it. I understand it, but still, dude. I hate it when characters just
Me
don't explain.
too.
Yes, I killed them and I did it maliciously. No, you didn't.
It was an accident. I agree. I hate it when that happens. So I was happy that they forget, but I was still annoyed that he still ran away and they still didn't find him because now we know things are gonna happen. But I mean, they do find him, but things happen.
Yeah. I am surprised that this place lasted as long as it did.
Yeah.
I was waiting any second.
And I was just gonna come in, right?
A bunch of people, and it's gonna look like Vash, and they're gonna
Yes,
play Vash, and
yes.
blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Because it's gonna start the story of everywhere this guy goes, destruction happens. Because
Yes.
he has a twin that he never explains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ever.
But I think that's it though.
Yes.
So guys, thank you guys very much for being here. Guys, like your time here, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. Remember, you can check the Patreon out down below if you want to see the uncut version of this reaction along with anything else that we do. And also you can see the merch store where you can see stuff like the stuff that we're wearing right now up on the store. Just the Night City stuff. Thank you very much. I will see you soon. Goodbye.
Oh, bye.
A special thanks to our patrons, Q-Book, Mario Charles, Jessica Sutherland, Lizer, and Robin Berglund.